John O'Shea, terrific run by King of Thunder in the Tulloch. What do you make of it?
Yeah, no, it was what we were hoping for. You know, to see him execute well and finish off well. He had a frightful draw and, compelled us to ride him where we were. He's not overly happy in that ground and probably just negated his finish a little, but he's good through the line. He pulled up well and that was a nice hit out for Saturday.
So what do you think about Saturday? What sort of conditions would you like?
I think we're going to get good conditions. I don't think there's any issue there. I don't think there's any issue for him at the trip. He's executing his race plan so much better now as an older 3-year-old, and we can go into Saturday's race knowing we've got a fit horse that'll be better suited on top of the ground, that's going to run a strong 1.5 miles. So we're looking forward to the day.
You know how to win Doncasters. What about Linebacker on Saturday? How confident?
Well, look, what I'd say is that the things we can control, we have under control. Okay, he's a very fit, healthy horse. Whether we're good enough, well, we're going to determine that on Saturday. But like I say, the preparation's gone exactly how we wanted. So have a nice couple of easy days going into the race on Saturday, and the horse is in great form, the rider's in great form, the stable's very relaxed with his preparation.
Great race for top class 3-year-olds, and that could only boost your confidence.
No, it is, and it's just we have seeing the horse that just ran second in the Tulloch there, went round the Guineas, and it was probably not quite up that grade, but to run very well at Group 3 level, sort of indicative that I think it was relatively strong Guineas. And his rating comparative to Celestial Legend is probably marginally better, and he's got the same weight, So then it's a matter of analysing, how he lines up against what was a very strong rider and obviously a very strong All-Star Mile, So, to be fair, those horses are probably weighted up to their best in a Doncaster. So we're going to have to utilise our weight advantage and hopefully, be in the running, get a position in running that gives us a chance to be in the finish.
Bjorn Baker, the stable, going great guns in the Doncaster, Iona Merck and Steffi Magnetica. What do you think of those two?
Yeah, Iona Merck's been a revelation this time in. He's won a Group 3, a Group 2. Maybe the Doncaster, the Group 1's the next step. But he's going really well. He's been in for a while. He looks as good as he ever has. The mile's a big question mark. And Steffi Magnetica, I thought she was good without probably being at her best last time. She always runs better third up as opposed to second up. Her work this morning was very good.
4th of 11 in the Champions Mile in the spring. That's a good pointer to this.
Yeah, and I think she's back at that level. I think she's improved from her last run. If she runs up to that, she's a live hope in what looks a very tough Doncaster.
One of your biggest stars, Overpass, in the TJ Smith, won the Winterbottom in Perth at its last start. Been back and forth there several times. 2 recent trials, won them both.
Yeah, he's going really well. I think he's going as well as ever. He's moving well. He's never the greatest track worker, so it's always hard to get a line on him from that, particularly this morning with a wet track. But we just know he's a race day racehorse. He likes to put himself right there. He's got a high cruising speed, and he was very good winning the Sydney Stakes on Everest Day. I think if he can run up to that, he's a live hope.
Well, she's an A-lister go there as well?
Yeah, she's an A-lister. We may put a cheeky acceptance in with her. She was very unlucky in the birthday card a week and a bit ago, so she galloped really well this morning. Whether she's up to it's a big question mark, but she's going well.
Ciaron Maher, you're a major player in the Doncaster with Gringotts, a fabulous last start winning the George Ryder. The horse's record, I don't have to tell you, is fantastic. 20 starts for 10 wins and 8 placings.
Yeah, he's got a phenomenal record. Really good, like it was a proper race last start here at Rosehill, and this has always been his plan. He drops to a nice weight. The mile's right in his wheelhouse, so it looks a nice race for him.
Another Will already won a weight for age race this campaign. He's there as well.
Yeah, he's super. A little bit unlucky last start, and the form of it's pretty good. Light infantry man, obviously franked that on the weekend. So he's last year just come a little bit early for him. He had to back up and he had a wide gate and had to do a bit of work early and probably overdone it a fraction. He has matured a lot, and looking forward to Saturday.
In the TJ Smith, Jimmy Starr, a real racehorse, won the Oakley Plate, then third in the William Reid. Always a chance in these races.
Yeah, Jimmy, he's coming out preparation really, and he's in great order. Probably track didn't sort of go to his liking the other day, but I thought he was very good through the line. Big track of Randwick probably suit him a lot better.
I Am Me, last start 6th in the Galaxy. Where do you think that horse is at going into the TJ?
Well, we'll just have a look at the TJ for her. She's her best, she could mix it with him. She's probably not quite there, but she's improving with each run, so she need to improve a bit again, but not a bad record at the track either.
Multiple runners likely in the size, including State Visit?
State Visit, yeah, he was super here the other day in the Pago. Sectionals were great. Come from the rear from a wide gate. So hopefully he can draw a bit better, and that should make his job a bit easier. But this has always sort of been the plan for him, and he's a very progressive colt.
You'll have one in the Derby as well?
I also got Navy Pilot, will accept. He was good through the line at Kensington the other day, so he'll be in the size. And we've got Ciaron Maher, so he's been very good his last two. He's won by a space both times, coming through the Alistair Clark last start. So up to the 1.5 miles, he's had a prep up here before, so should be no stranger to him this way of going.
Adrian Bott in the Doncaster. Royal patronage will definitely like the distance.
Yeah, I think so. He's been prepared for this race all campaign, getting back to the handicap conditions after, I thought, two really strong performances at weight for age level. Obviously very impressive first up in the Canterbury. Thought he stuck on very well there in the George Rider. So I think getting back to Randwick's a positive for him. Just hoping for a nice draw so we can sort of ride the style of the race that we sort of want to, as opposed to sort of forced to with him. And I think he can be very effective.
In the size produce, you've identified Bella Zane as the most likely horse to go there?
Yeah, she's likely to go there. Thought her run in the slipper was very good. Drew awkwardly there and high pressure race, and that just found her out on the day. But she seems to have come through it well and is in good shape.
And what about North England in the kindergarten?
Yes, elected to go back to the 1100 with him. I feel he'll get the distance in time, but I think just for the shape of the preparation that he's had and where he's at the moment, dropping back in distance and I guess in grade at the moment is going to be beneficial for him going forward, but seems in good order.
So Chrissy, something a little different, Trackwork from the races today. Of course, we're here on Tuesday to talk about Rivellino. He ran an enormous race in the slipper. Firstly, how did he pull up from that?
Come through it really well. We're mindful he's been up a while and he's had a long preparation, but to be fair, he hasn't had any real testing runs. He's held up for a little while and rode the fence most of the race. So he's come through the run really well.
And his work since, he had his final gallop this morning?
He did, yeah. We've been pretty kind to him last week, but he worked over 1,000 metres in company this morning on the fence on the course proper. So it was a perfect track to work on, probably a 6 or a 7, and he got through that ground really well and was strong through the line, and his recovery was good, so everything we'd like to see.
And his run in the slipper suggested he should be right on track for the 14.
Yeah, look, all along we've thought him probably a 1,400 metre style of horse, so he gets that opportunity on Saturday.
Chris Waller-Woden going to the English Siles, just missed in the Golden Slipper. What about the 1,400?
Not too concerned about the 1,400 at all, really. He's a fit horse, he's in form, and we saw his racing style the other day, settling, relaxing, finishing off strong. Yes, I don't think it'll be a problem with that racing tactic.
A lot goes into the decision making about whether to put horses away after the slipper or to continue. What was your thinking there?
Just how the horse was. So we first of all want to see how he came through it. He's come through it well. See how his work is post Golden Slipper, and that's been good. And his just general demeanour is good. So then you've got to measure up what happens when you come back in the spring and how they do, what other competition there is, and just seemed logical. He deserves another chance to Group 1. He got, as you said, he came very close. He's a very good colt, so hope he gets conditions to suit on Saturday.
Sending the filly Aliana to the Australian Derby. She's tough, just missed in the Rosehill Guineas.
She did, yeah, she was brave. So having raced against the boys, we're not trying something new. Whether she was going to go here or to the Oaks, she'd have to run over 2,400 metres, so she might as well do it in the Derby.
Does it take a certain type of filly to convince you to go against the boys?
Well, it's the same filly that we've taken on the boys the last 2 starts, so yes, it does. But because she's been there, the Randwick Guineas, where she ran third, and then the Rosehill Guineas, where she's been narrowly beaten by Broadsiding, it sort of made the decision a bit easier.
Izzy Paul for the William Haggis stable. Desert Hero will make an appearance next Saturday, or not 100% yet?
Not 100%, but it looks likely that he might go to the chairman's. We'll make a kind of final decision tonight with the boss, obviously with acceptances tomorrow, and kind of play it by ear from there.
I guess you're not going to run with the horse unless you think he's going to be highly competitive.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's great to have a runner down here for the King, but you want them to be in a competitive spot, and we'll just make that final decision tonight, and hopefully it pans out.
The rule will be if a Haggis horse runs, be wary of it.
I think that's probably the rule.
Mick Price, Lestoch, you're going to the Chairman's Handicap next week, and if it runs well there, Sydney Cup after that.
Yeah, for sure. She's a French mare, and we bought her with that sort of 3,100 metre be up on the speed on a soft track type form. I thought she ran good the other day in the Manion Cup, the 2,400 metres. We were able to put her in the race, and she rolled along. That's her style. So I think you can expect to see her in the Sydney Cup doing that with light weight. You know, she'll be up thereabouts, and hopefully just needs her little tootsies in the ground, and she'll give plenty of cheek.
The Sydney stable's going well. The idea now is to punch holes in the bigger races.
Well, yes, definitely. We've got Amenable in the next, and if he was to pull his socks up and do something different and win, I don't know, we might even back him up in the Doncaster. I thought Warmonger didn't have a lot of joy in running there. He may be our other Sydney Cup runner. So he had a solid blow here today, but I was expecting a little bit better, but it's a bit hard to mark them too hard when they have no joy in running.